Hello and welcome to the grand finale of Dungeon Delving. Classic, I suppose. Now why the grand finale? Well, we'll get into that. For now, we're here in Maul West, the capital gardens, for the big blow-off to a dungeon I will not be able to finish. It is what it is, right? So, let's buff up. We throw in a sharpness stone, why not? Throw in a little sharpness stone, right? It's fine. So, Capital Gardens. Now, thank you. First to see a lot of tree elementals. Now, you may want to kill all of those. As one of the first bosses will pull all of them in as soon as you pull him. So you need to clear out all the protectors. So what do? Entangling roots for 5 seconds. That does not have diminishing returns, so watch out for that. Also, as we've seen, little knockback, which is perfect, like, you know, counter charge. And some melee. They have juicy HP, but it's not a big deal. I wonder if I can reflect the... and you can block the... wonder if I can spell reflect that. I can, but they're immune to slows, so... or to... yeah, they're immune to slows and like stuns and roots and all that. So, nope. Biggie here. Ooh, it's a nice little essence. Now, there's a lot of these around. There's some patrols. I do not believe the petrified treants here get pulled with the boss, but we'll get them anyway. Will I do them as one? Probably not. It's just melee. Whatever. Throw on some little trinket action, that's fine. What do the petrified treants do? Hardened skin, which increases their armor by 75. Nice. Now, fortunately, I'm not sure how... well, I'm not sure how the armor thing works in, like, current World of Warcraft. They don't seem to have anything else going for them. They do turn like a darker shade of gray when they have the buff up, which is kind of nice. But yeah, these are just straight up melee mobs. The little knock away, the root. I mean, you can easily like line of LOS hit around the pillars here. So this is kind of why you shouldn't skip any of them if you're like, you know, playing a classic or whenever. Because they are easy enemies. They don't do much. Okay, sure they do roots. The roots do nature damage, but it's like not biggie. No big deal. But it is what it is. Now we don't need to clear out all the tree ants. That's a petrified guard. What does a petrified guardian do? I wonder. And I don't believe I'm gonna be clearing out all of... ooh! Thorns! 75 nature damage to attack and regrowth. Oh, that is... okay, these guardians actually... That's some stuff, man. Okay. But still nothing out of the ordinary here. Now the only real important thing is to defeat all the protectors as they protect the first boss. With a bark, I want to say. No, Tender's Warport. With a bark, someone else. I'm gonna go in here and work my way towards the first mana crystal here. These mana crystals are reasonably important as well. I've heard like varying reports on that. Now I know back in the day they used to clear out all 5 mana crystals to unlock one of the final bosses, or well, the penultimate boss of the dungeon. Although I came to conclude, I saw that ever since the classic time walking, where of course Dire Maul West is part of the rotation, you only need to clear out 2, which is very nice because there's one here and one on the way to Molthar, which is an optional boss anyway. So clear out all these guys. Have these arcane aberrations. Like, ooh, big chain lightnings, arcane volleys you can't reflect. Now, if I had to make a choice, I would reflect the chain lightning or interrupt the chain lightning. Now what they do is they teleport away and then come back to their, well, maybe it's part of like a threat reset, but with threat being what it is in modern World of Warcraft, it's not a big deal. I suppose that's it. So they teleport away, have like a threat reset, maybe pummel some mage, and then go back in. So down here we have Tender's Warpwood. We'll save him for later. For now, we will go to the Court of the Highborn. Well, that is the Court of the Highborn, but we'll go around on top. Here we have a lot of ghosts. There's some Eldrath Spectre. The Eldrath seem to be just a general, I would say, term for the dead Highborn of Dire Maul. The general are being the surviving ones. So we had the Spectre, which I totally did nothing. You have phantasms, apparitions, and spirits. Let's see what they do. Now the apparition, of course, already Frostbolt, Frost Armor, Frostbolt, Chains of Ice, roots you. Like we have Call of the Grave, probably from, and Shrink. Oh, Shrink from the phantasms, right? And Call of the Grave from the spirits. And of course a Silence, Banshee Shriek, as you do. It's one of those like enemies that would work well if you were in a group and you would struggle, right? A Tomb of Spirits apparition. A Spectre with what did the Spectre do? Nothing. Now, one thing to note, in the corner over there, there's a potential spawn for a rare enemy. I don't quite remember what she was called. It's like she can spawn over. At least I saw her spawn over here when I farmed this for a trinket we'll get to. So for now, another phantasm. Now the phantasm probably has like the most annoying things, so interrupt that, CC it, whatever you need to do to clear it. Oh, it outlasted. A spare reflect. Now we're not gonna clear all of it. We're just gonna clear 2 matches the Calendris. Which is, if you're, even nowadays, if you're a caster, he drops the Mindtap Talisman, which is an insane, which used to be a really good trinket. It used to give 13 main stat plus 19 versatility. Unfortunately, this was, I think, the only item in the classic, for classic time walking, that got redesigned. Now instead of 13 main stat, strength, agi, int, and 19 versatility, it now gives 13 intelligence. No, wait. What was it? 19 versatility, and then unused to increase intelligence. So it's a caster trinket. It's a really good one. I mean, look at this. It's Versa, okay. 49 int for 20 seconds. That's alright. That's alright. That's not bad, right? But you still have to go through Matches the Calendars, which has 86,000 HP, which is kind of insane. Now what does he do? He doesn't do much. Does a Mind Blast for 700 damage. Well, but maybe like 800-ish. Does some very weak. Yeah, okay, 1000 damage. Mind Flay. Shadow Word Pain. Oh, this guy, big guy, right? Okay, I really don't need to. I really don't need to, like, Mind Flay not doing much, right? Okay, I really should not using shield block here. He is a caster boss, but my muscle memory tells me shield block is up, right? Oh, I reflected Shadow Word Pain. Which, I mean, it's not a lot of damage, right? I should more focus on reflecting Mind Blast. But now at 50% he gains Shadow Form. Which increases his shadow damage dealt by 40% and damage taken reduced by 20%. Which is a change. Like, it used to be that it only reduced melee damage taken. Oh yeah. It does a little more damage now. Not 40% though. Which is insane. Oh, damage taken is reduced by 20%. Of course. Yeah, this got nerfed as well. He used to take minus 50% melee damage flat. But only melee damage, which was like not just physical. So like, you know, marksmanship hunters would be like, we're good. Okay, I'm just gonna blast him here. There we go. And it's Big Bag of Enchantment. I know for a fact I already have that. No, wait. Or do we have this? Or is it a different Bag of Enchantment as well? Okay. Okay, there's just more trash over there. I believe the only place the rare can spawn is here, and it's instead of this group. So it spawns with 2 ads that they stand in like a, yeah, kind of this formation here, right? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Well, anyway, right? That is Magic the Calendar's first boss we've faced here. Now let's go up and see what's on top here. Now, again, you'll need to clear out 2 of these crystals. But we're gonna go and deal with these. Ooh, chain lightning. Big chain lightning, alright. Big. Let's see the fire shield frenzy. Oh my god, he is a got star shards. Oh, that's starfire, okay. And then you have the darters. Oh, they also have like fired shield, which is, you know, 30 damage per enemy, right? It overlaps. Now these darters are actually really good source of, I believe at this point, rugged leather still. But that's about it, right? Now, all these groups at the crystal always pull together, so you can't split them up. Well, I mean, you could do the classic split pulls, but you get the idea, right? Now the aberrations do explode on death, but it's like, it's not a big deal. Like, you would have to bomb down a significant number of them at the same time for it to kill you. It's not like the nice, like the mana things in Karazhan, which really wipe a group. Here we have some rotting highborn. Oh my god. Which, well, decrease your armor by percentage, which is fine. But they also explode into cadaverous worms. And they have a lot of, like, loot. Especially undead loot. Now this is the quest giver for... and the only way... he gives the only quest that gives you House of Chandra reputation. Greetings. You can ask him what happened with the thingamajigs, what they did. Now there are still some specters around, but it's not a lot. It's mostly the sorcerers, sealers, and the darters that we've seen before. But we're gonna go up soon against the potentially very dangerous foe. And it's gonna be the second boss we will attempt to defeat. A boss I don't think I have ever tried to solo. Simply because, well, didn't need anything from it. But yeah, first we clear out this crystal. And you can see Farah and Liana the Ravenoak back there. We will get to them. And we will clear out quite a bit to make sure that we don't get any nasty surprises. Then it just clear out this crystal. And we have Farah and Ileana Ravenoak. I want to pull now, but I don't want to pull the Spectre with... Oh, Oh yeah! Turns out they have an insane aggro range. That is an insane aggro range. Okay, I'm gonna focus down the Spectre first. What we have? Immolation Trap. Oh, that is old school. A concussive shot. Oh, this is a true hunter. Now, as with true hunter, hunter lives and dies with his pets. So I am going to focus on Farah first. Firstly because Farah only has like 20-25k HP. A stun. Ooh, improved concussive shot. I wish my concussive shots would stun. That is insane. Okay. Okay. Now we're down. What? So Farah does charge like random members of the group, which is fine. Ooh, there is also like... Ooh. I don't like that. That's a bunch of damage, you know that? Okay. Okay, I cannot dodge the trap, obviously. It's instant, and it goes on me every time. At least the, the stun has diminishing returns, like, small victories, Oh, heal up. Ignore pain. There we go. Okay, can't stun. Nope, absolutely cannot. Oops, wrong button. Can't. Okay, I should not have done that right now. Okay, play it safe. And there we go. Ilyana Ravenoak. Mithra Heavy Bore Rifle. Huh. That's actually not bad. Now we have some more Eldrath Sorceress. Skeletal Highborn. Oh, they're just normal enemies. Okay, never mind. Got excited there. Big Chain Lightning Reflect. Yeah, like Dire Maul is really like built different. I mean, obviously it was like designed, it came from a place where you needed like more, you learned from how players play the game and you design based on that. So, there are a couple more groups of enemies here, but I don't care. What we're gonna do is we are going to jump back down and continue with Tenris Warboot. Wood, yes, Warboot. Now you can jump down anywhere here. I prefer it to be here, just to be safe. Now in theory, none of the tree ants should get aggro from the boss. It should only be the protectors, and if a protector runs your group the tree ants, they're gonna pull those as well. Now Tenris Warboot, pretty easy if you're melee. Cause he has also entangling roots. And he has the big boy entangling roots. As a big boy, we will see that in a moment. Yeah, there we go. 10-second root. But there is a mass root as well, which is like 15 seconds. And yeah, he has no, it's a 10-second mass route and like a 5-second single target route. But that's all he does. The grasping vines, yeah. And I have entangle. Yeah, 10-second entangles, like that's crazy. He does start to hit a lot right now, like and the roots also do damage, so you can't kite the guy basically, unless you're really good with breaking line of sight. I think that's the gist of it. However, that's pretty much all he does. However, he is the only boss you need to kill in this dungeon, except for the the final boss. All other bosses are entirely optional, and usually if you go in like Dungeon Browser, they get skipped anyway, so that's fine. Oh, you can't reflect it. It's a shame. And there we go, 10 risk Warpwood. Petrified Bark Shield, that's alright. Now, you get the Ancient Equine Spear, which I think is for the Paladin Epic Mount. It still shows up, so if you're on the quest somehow, I guess you can still go and grab that. Or was it for, nah. Or was it for the Warlock Epic Mount? I don't remember. Maybe both even. Now down the hallway, couple more phantasms and specters. Interesting, the wisp will run away if you strike them. Little shrink and call it the grave. It's fine. Warden's wraps. Oh, it looks nice. A Phantasm and a Spectre, and that's the last Eldrath enemies we have on the way to the final boss. Spectre, of course, pure melee, and even at that, they don't do a lot of damage, so they're really easy. Here we have Imolthar, which I can't beat straight away. I can't. Straight away, I can't do that. Now, its big hall has 2 or 3 more crystals. But also these arcane torrents with the arcane feedback. Cast a lightning cloud and fork lightning. They're pretty beefy. Can't reflect it. The arcane feedback, I'm not sure what it does. Now the lightning cloud is quite a bit of damage every 3 seconds. So you actually want to get out of that. Yeah, it's a bit of annoying. It's really... Oh, that's a symbolic one, yeah. Really, what's the word? It's really bad, like, for groups. Because it's just gonna put, like, your tank in a cloud, or your DPS, or all your melee camp, whatever. So, back here we have the Athenium. Now, if for somehow you still got one of the Darmol class books, like, you know, the light and how you wield it. You can still turn it in here. And there's still vendors, well, repair vendors. And you can talk to. And you have the door that leads to Darmol North, I believe.
How may I help?
Also, you get like the cloth rope pattern here, which is really cool. I'm gonna just drop off a few things. Do I need that? Yes, 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 yes. No. Yes, yes, yes. Keep all the recipes. Probably need them still. And way back, way in the back, or actually you can just jump down. Now, Lord Keeper Lightros, I believe is the, and Javan, I believe are the guys that you can turn in your book quests. Now the books are, Eek. It's a lot of like callbacks to like the old removed quest stuff, which is really cool. Here we have the actual final boss of Darmol West. Prince Tortheldrin, head of the house, ruler of the Chandralar. And we're gonna get him right now before we deal with him Althar, or not deal with him Althar. Gonna put on a little stamp still. You can even talk to him. And you have the little chest there, I think, also for an old quest. It's crazy. For 10,000 years I've ruled this kingdom. In that time I've heard many fascinating tales from those that would walk the hollow ground to Chandralar. As I'm bound to this place, I often exchange stories with visitors. Do you have a story for me, perhaps? Or perhaps you would like to hear a story? Maybe. I would like to murder you. Straight up. So I'm gonna do that. Now you can't charge him. And you can't run from him. He teleports to you. And he has this Whirling Strike. And he teleports. He is like, you know, he is like Fury Warrior par excellence. Now you can block the Whirling Strike, which actually kind of nice. Like knocks you back at Whirling Strike, right? But then you block it. It's like silly. Yeah, he really. Yeah, the teleport has a cooldown though, so it did immediately teleport again. And you can, while he channels the Whirling Strike, you can just like run out of it. There you go. Now, is he... He can't be slowed, okay. Ooh, what did I just... Oh, I have Berserker Rage, right? Yeah. Little fat finger action here. Like, I sometimes wish the loot was cooler in Darmol. Like, for current standards, right? Of course, you had some of the Biz, pre-raid Biz stuff in Darmol back in Classic, or back before the characters in Rework, I suppose. But now it's like there's not a lot of like stuff, like even like, you know, what's it called, Tree and Spain from the tribute chests isn't really that good. It's and there we go. That's technically Darmol East, West, done. However, there is still one thing to do in that Simultar, before I do that, I will actually see where this door leads. I believe it's just
Hello. Good luck.
I believe it's merely a portal out. Right? Ooh, I'm walking along the ogre. Now, Imolthar I will not be able to beat. Straight up. Like, it's not gonna work out. Now this... Before Cataclysm, where the dungeons were kind of like... separated, this would lead into the Gordok Commons. And now this should lead into a instance portal that ports me out. Or is it just a closed door? It's just a closed door. That is actually like disappointing. Yeah, you can see like crazy. Crazy stuff. However, let's go down to Imolthar. Imolthar requires well I don't need to clear the remaining crystals. However, because now you don't need to clear 2 crystals, already cleared was 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And instead of 5. You need to clear 2 crystals, which are already activated, and now Imolthar. Actually kinda missed out on that because when all the crystals are down, the hostile channelers are engaged by Imolthar because Imolthar breaks free and they all die and it's crazy. So we don't get to see that. You can get to see that if you skip the crystals. Just go to Imolthar directly, clear the 2 crystals in the room, and then you can see it. Regardless, Imolthar drops actually still a really good trinket, the Vigilance Charm. 74 versatility for 15 seconds, plus 12 primary stat. Crazy. Now, there's still like one enemy type we haven't touched upon yet, and that's the residual monstrosity. They only patrol the inner area. They do an arcane bolt for a lot of damage. That was 1200. Crazy. But the most interesting part is when you defeat them. They have a lot of HP as well. They're like, you know, like the final guardians of the prison where they drain... No! Okay, and they do a knockback. I was not aware. Yeah, what they do is they become these mana bursts which caused an arcane explosion. Saltstone surcoat. Okay, it kind of looks like the spider harness from RFD. Anyway, that is Imolthar, and I can't beat him. But let's try anyway. Now, what it does a melee, and it does an infected bite. Increases physical damage take by 20%. Then you have the eyes. Imolthar, you have all that. Then you have Gaze of Imolthar, and you know, That's why I can't beat him. But that's about all the abilities, right? That is a frenzy. Why not? And a trample. Jesus. Like, and it's a threat reset. Like, I like movement speed by 30%, reduce the haste by 30%, stacks. You can see why I can't beat Imolthar. He used to be easier, I swear. Back in the F, he used to be quite easier, which is how I got my. No, wait, I didn't get my Vigilance Charm. Yeah, that's right, I didn't get it. I actually don't have it. It is what it is. Regardless, that's Dharma West. And that's the end of this episode, kind of. I've now covered almost every dungeon in the classic rotation, except for 2 dungeons, Razorfang Crawl, first proper boss, Rugak, and soft enraged mechanic, can't beat him. I tried with several classes. I mean, it's like I can beat him, but it would be like slam your head against the wall for little gain. Rugak is hard, the rest of the dungeon is pretty easy. The other one is Sunken Temple, obviously. Sunken Temple, you can solo it. You can solo it. Dangril Gaiman, who did some level 30 solo stuff on his journey, did manage to solo Jamalan the Prophet with his druid. Mad respect, I'm not gonna try. There is a way you can like abuse Line of Sight and use a timer, use like a DPM timer for the mind control, and then use Line of Sight. You can kind of do it, but it's not worth the effort, for me at least. So this concludes classic dungeon delving. Now obviously the next step would be TBC, right? And well, TBC dungeons are much more straightforward and less sprawling. Looking at you, BRD. However, you know, goals change. Goals change. I would love to do dungeon delving. However, what I would really love to do, not only with the channel, but also with just playing the game in general, is I want to fully transition into being a man. No, I'm kidding. I want to fully transition into playing controller first person. Which of course, for dungeon delving, I can still solo the dungeons. That's not the issue. But it doesn't look very appealing. I mean, not enough people watch this series anyway. But it's at least dungeon delving is supposed to be informative about enemy abilities. So I'm a bit of a fork in the road here. On one hand, I want to, well, play first-person controller because I just can't be normal. I just can't be normal. That's it. At the same time, I do want to do this dungeon delving. Now, I could do dungeon delving with a different character that doesn't use that, so I can really main first-person controller only. That is always an option. For now, I'm gonna leave, at least, well, for the time being, right? For the time being, until I've come up with a good idea. I will leave dungeon delving, the series, as classic dungeon delving. And maybe one day in the future, take my crusade of being just alright in slot and happy to Outland. Until then, stay tuned. Because there's still some more third-person content to be done. Of course, next week we're gonna head into Winter Spring on Tuesdays with the Lore Master. It's gonna be... I haven't recorded yet, but I suppose it's gonna be two or at least probably like 3 hours, so 3 parts. And after that, well, we'll see where Lore Master heads. I'll talk more about that at the end of Winter Spring, probably. Until then, thanks for watching. I've been your host, Alright and Slot. Matter of fact, as far as I'm concerned, I still am. So thanks for watching if you did, and have a good evening. This has been Classic Dungeon Delving, the grand finale.